Yo, what is going on everybody? Shri Kanase here. So if you have been personally importing reviews from Aliexpress and doing nothing more besides just importing it once, then you have been doing it wrong the whole time. And this video is exactly for you. But this video is also for those people who don't even know how to import reviews from Aliexpress. In my own opinion, importing reviews is actually one of the most important things you can do in the beginning, along with setting up the abandoned cart email flows, your retargeting and all of that stuff in order to get those sales and build a profitable Shopify dropshipping business. For the longest time ever, all I've seen people do is just import reviews directly from AliExpress, maybe import 50 reviews per product, or maybe import a different number of reviews per product. And once they import them, they don't even look at those reviews twice. And that is actually one of the biggest mistakes you can do. And I'm going to be explaining why in this video and also the proper strategy to importing. But if this is the first time you're watching one of my Shopify videos, pause this video for about 2 seconds and smash that subscribe button down below and like this video while you're at it. But without wasting any more time, let's just jump right into it. So importing product reviews the right way. So again, importing directly from AliExpress without making any changes to the reviews themselves is a very bad idea. And I'm going to be explaining why very soon. But another thing that I see a lot of dropshippers or just Shopify store owners in general make is that all they do is have 5-star reviews for their product, meaning all of the reviews, whether it is 25 reviews or 50 reviews for a specific product, are all 5-star reviews. Now, I don't know about you guys, but whenever I shop online and if I see all 5-star reviews, I'm immediately bound to think that whoever is selling this product is actually a fake, unless I'm shopping on Amazon. Because in today's time and age, people know that out of 10 people, there is going to be one person who doesn't like the product. So having 100 5-star reviews without even a single 4-star review or anything below is just kind of too good to be true. And people are starting to catch on to that. So if you find that your items in your own Shopify store have all 5-star reviews, you're making a big mistake. And this could lead to a lot of big consequences and lost sales. But exactly why are both of these things bad? What difference does it make whether you have the 5-star reviews or not? Or whether they're just directly import from AliExpress without making any changes? Well, doing these things actually makes a big negative impact. The first thing is a lot of the reviews that people leave on AliExpress are translated reviews. And this is because the people that shop on AliExpress aren't just from the United States, they're from other countries as well. And what happens often is these people shopping on AliExpress from other countries leave the review in their language, and what AliExpress does is it translates that review into English. And we all know how Google Translate or any translating device works. There are bound to be some mistakes made in the grammar or in the sentences. And I actually have an example of a product just for this. So I searched up a very popular dropshipping product, and this is called the photography light box. It has been popular for a very long time now. But what I want to show you guys is I want to show you the reviews that people have left for this specific product. So let's go to the review section and go over the reviews. So let's start off with the first one, and it looks like it is in English, which is a common thing amongst all of these reviews mostly, is that they're in English, but the problem is they're not in proper English. The first review says, "I wish I came with the wall adapter, but easy setup, thank you." Now clearly this is not in proper English. I mean, I came with the wall adapter. That is really improper English. And if this is the first review I read when I'm shopping on somebody's website, I'll be thrown off right away and not be willing to proceed with my order. In fact, I would just leave that website because right from this review, I already got a bad impression because it's not even in proper English. And if we scroll down, we can see there are some more reviews. There are actually some reviews that are in proper English, but when a specific product has a lot of reviews, often you'll see that the reviews aren't in the best grammar. Like this second review, for example, this is in proper English. So it says, "I'm so happy and it's so cute. It was packaged very safely, plus shipping was very fast, 1 week tops. Thank you so much." So in this case, this review was good in proper English, but as we saw, the first review was actually very bad. And if we continue through, we can see that a lot of these reviews again continue to be proper English and not proper English. Like for example, this one, ordered on April 28th, arrived in Bashkira on May 13th. I recommend unequivocally. So these kinds of words, they're not words that we use every day. when we speak in English. And what this does is it kind of throws off the customer as well. They're in the mindset of purchasing, which is why they clicked on your Facebook ad or Google ad to come onto your website. But when they go down to the review section and read things like these, they're very bound to just leave from your website and purchase elsewhere. And that's simply because the reviews, they're not even in proper English, so the customers are less likely to trust your website. But along with that, if we go on, the second thing is reference. A lot of these reviews actually have references to the words Aliexpress or the word seller. People often leave reviews saying that the seller from Aliexpress was very fast in answering my questions. They shipped the item out very quickly. And when this happens, the words Aliexpress and the word seller also stay there in the review. So if a potential customer comes onto your website and they're reading through the reviews and they see the word Aliexpress mentioned, not only will they be not likely to purchase from you, but they'll kind of actually get mad because they'll start to understand that the product that you were selling to them is actually found on this website called Aliexpress, and it's available for a cheaper price too. So this could lead to some bad press, and I'll be talking more about what I mean by bad press very shortly. But a lot of these reviews have references to these words, and we don't want these words in our descriptions. The reasons are obvious. We don't want our customers knowing that we're drop shipping and selling to them an item that they can get for a cheaper price on this website called Aliexpress. The third thing is a lot of these reviews are masked reviews, meaning the customer, whoever left a review for the Aliexpress product listing, actually left a 5-star review. But if you read their comments, you'll see that the review is actually not a good review, meaning they kind of downgraded the product. They mentioned some faults in the products, and all of these things just bring down a customer's perception of your product. So when this happens, again, a customer will kind of be thrown off, maybe be more likely to just leave from your website because the review isn't 5 stars, so you think it's a good review, but in reality, it's actually a bad review talking about the faults of the product. And it's actually good to have some reviews where people actually talk about the faults, and I'll be mentioning why very soon. But the fourth and final thing that really makes these two things at the top a bad idea is a lot of these reviews that people leave actually have photos in them, and those photos are not always the best quality. In fact, some photos people can barely even understand what the product is. And if the photos are really bad quality, the potential customers that are currently on your website reading through the reviews will kind of be less likely to continue purchasing from you. And this is just something I speak from experience. In today's generation, people expect everything to be high quality, and that includes the photos that people leave in their reviews. So if the photos aren't of that good quality, these customers are more likely to just leave from your website and end up not purchasing. But you may be thinking, okay, that's cool that all of these things are the reason why it is a bad idea to maybe have all 5-star reviews or maybe import directly from Aliexpress without doing anything else. But what does this lead to? There are a lot of consequences, as I mentioned earlier, when you do these things. But the first thing is you have to understand that the first impression is the last impression. Even in our own lives, when we see somebody or when we go on a specific website, the first impression that we have usually determines how we interact with that person or with that website and what we think about that person or that website later on. That is the same for your own Shopify store. Even though you're drop shipping, the first impression that you leave on your customer's mind is the impression that it'll have in the rest of their journey down the funnel. So in the 3 seconds that come after a customer lands on your website, determine everything. So if they've gotten maybe a good impression from landing on your product page, maybe because your main product image is actually very high quality, your description is good, but when they go down to the review section and read all of these bad grammar sentences and all of these low quality photos that maybe were taken with a potato, these people are more likely to just have a very, very bad impression of your website overall just from that one single experience. And when that happens, forget about them even adding the product to cart. They'll just end up leaving and even recommend to their friends not to purchase from your website because your reviews seemed very fake and unprofessional. Another thing that this leads to is a less trust between the customer and your website. So of course, if you even personally went on a website and you read the reviews with bad grammar or bad photos, you would be less likely to trust that website. Because of Amazon, people are expecting very high quality reviews and proper English sentences in the reviews as well. So when you don't deliver up to their expectations, they're more likely to just not trust you and even tell other people not to trust your website. And this leads to bad press. What you'll notice is that in your Facebook ads, a lot of people will tag each other saying somebody else needs the product or tagging somebody to tell them to buy the product. But if the person doing the tagging goes on your website, reads the reviews and has a bad impression right from the beginning because of the improper English sentences or the bad quality images, they're most likely to go on your Facebook ad one more time and in the comment section say something like, don't purchase from this website, the reviews don't look legit. So when this happens, not only does the person who was tagged read that and decide not to purchase from you, but other people reading through the comments on your Facebook ad who were potential customers also end up not purchasing. And this creates what I like to call the domino effect, because after one domino falls, the others don't take time to fall. And this is what you want to prevent. All of this again leads to lower conversion rates. That's why the industry average is about 2% conversion rates. You want to be very, very high and above the industry average conversion rate if you want to build a business that is profitable for years and years. So clearly, as you guys can see, a lot of bad things come from just importing directly from AliExpress without making any changes and also just having all 5-star reviews. So what is the right way to do all of this? What do you do so that you don't make these mistakes and end up costing a lot of lost sales and lower conversion rate? Well, it is very simple. The first step is to actually still go ahead on AliExpress and import reviews directly from AliExpress. So for example, if you were selling this Lightbox product, you would just go on AliExpress, go to the specific product page, and just import it like you would to your Shopify store. Now the application to import reviews, I recommend using Ali Reviews for this, but you can use any other app that you like, including Luke's Reviews or anything else. But once you have that imported, you're not done yet. You have to make some changes. The second thing to do is basically go on Amazon and eBay and search up the product or the general category the product is in. And actually, before even doing this, I want to go skip on to the third step, which is import a random number of reviews with 98% of those reviews being 5 stars and 2% of those reviews being 4 stars or below. And I recommend that you import a random number of reviews, meaning do not import a set number of reviews for every single product. If every single product on your store has only 20 reviews each, that is going to give a signal that your store is kind of scammy. So what I personally like to do is maybe for one product I'll have 7 reviews only, maybe for the next I'll have 4 reviews, and for the next I'll have 32 reviews. So as you can see, I'm mixing up the numbers, throwing things out very, very randomly. And this kind of makes the customer continue to trust your website because again, real websites have random number of reviews on their website, not just a set number of reviews. But once you do this, you want to go on Amazon and eBay and search up the product or the general category again. So in this case, we were looking at the Lightbox photography product. So all you would do is you would just go onto Amazon.com and just type in the specific product name. So in this case, it would be Lightbox for photography, and just hit search. And the main reason why we're doing this is because we are going to be using the reviews from Amazon to cover up our AliExpress reviews. So if we go back on Amazon, we just want to click on a specific product which looks very, very similar to our product or is the exact same product. In some cases, what you'll notice is that the product that come up on Amazon aren't the same as what you're selling on your own store. So in that case, what you want to do is try to find a product which is somewhat similar to what you're selling. So in this case, we found exactly what we were looking for. So all you want to do is click on the specific reviews button to go to the reviews section. So just click on that and click on the 262 customer reviews or whatever the number is. Just go ahead and click on that. Bingo, this is exactly what we want. Now the final step is to basically look at the reviews and see which reviews accurately and thoroughly describe the product. So for example, let's read this review. This product does wonders. I was worried about the size when I ordered it, but it is exactly what I needed. It's simple, compact, and it elevates my picture to a professional level. I definitely recommend it. This is a really, really good review that you should have on your store as the first review. Compare this review to the first one that we read on the AliExpress product page. And if we look at the AliExpress review, again, it was, I wish I came with the wall adapter, but easy to set up. Thank you. Which review do you personally think a customer will be more likely to trust, this one or the one we saw on Amazon? Comment down below. I want to hear your thoughts. But once you have commented, definitely the answer is the Amazon review is the best. So after you find the product on Amazon, what you want to do is go onto your review app, open up the settings, and click on the product which you want to add the reviews for. When you click on the product, you'll see that the review app for your Shopify store actually gives you the option of editing the reviews. You can edit the name of the person who left the review, when it was left, the description, and also the photos that they may have left. So the one thing that you want to change is the description. Whatever description they left, for example, if the customer left this description, I would simply click on the edit button and just copy and paste this entire review for this specific customer's review. So as you can see, instead of having this improper English review, we're gonna have something that is much more professional and actually addresses a question most photographers would have, because this specific customer said that it elevates the picture to a professional level. Maybe this is something a lot of photographers want to achieve. So if this is the first review they read, you can think of the results yourself. These people would be much more likely to purchase from you than if they read this specific review. So this is exactly what you want to do. Whatever number of reviews that you imported, simply go through Amazon and copy all of the reviews which are good one by one and simply edit these reviews and replace it with the Amazon person's review. And this is exactly why I like to have a small number of reviews for my products, meaning less than 20, because that means I can replace all of the reviews easily without wasting too much time. And again, you want to import a random number of reviews, and 98% of those should be 5 stars. But let's talk a little bit more about why you should have also 4-star reviews or below. And specifically, you want 98% 5-star reviews and 2% 4-star and below, meaning out of 100 reviews, 98 of those reviews should be 5-star reviews, and the rest, which is 2, should be 4-star or maybe 3-star or 2-star. Because again, I already mentioned this before, a customer is more likely to trust your product if they see some bad reviews in it. Because if it's all 100% positive reviews, people start to think that something is fishy. So again, what I like to do is I like to go on Amazon after I've set 98% of my reviews to be 5 stars. I like to go through the specific star section over here, maybe click on the 4-star section and see what a lot of people have written. In fact, what you'll find is that a lot of people have written really good faults regarding the product, which a customer actually needs to know about, because this could prevent a lot of refunds and chargebacks later on. So this is actually a plus benefit for you. So again, I simply go look through the specific reviews that are 4 stars and just copy something that really describes the faults of the product really well, but also make sure to provide some benefits as well. And 4-star reviews have both faults and benefits. If you go down maybe to 3-star, 2-star, 1-star, that's usually when you'll find just faults in the product. Like for example, this one where it says the LED lights don't work, or this one right here where it says don't waste your money. I would kind of hold off on adding 1-star reviews because they could actually hurt your business more than help it. But anything above 3 stars I like to have on my store. In fact, sometimes I even have more than 2% of bad reviews, maybe 3%, 4%, sometimes up to 5%. And again, this is actually helping your business out instead of harming it. But that's exactly how you should be importing reviews the right way. Don't make the mistake of just having all 5-star reviews or just importing from Aliexpress directly without making any changes, because again, as we mentioned, this could lead to a lot of mistrust within your customers and overall bad impression of your business. But if you found any type of value in this video, make sure to smash that like button down below and subscribe while you're at it if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time.